Okay, so, gosh, where have I been on my channel? Well, I've been kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus, so, um, yeah, I haven't just felt like doing much of anything. I do film, but then I haven't edited, and then every time I want to edit, I wind up watching YouTube videos. So I sort of have to kind of like break that habit because it's just getting really bad. I'm not doing anything, and everything's just backing up, and then the year's just ending, and that's not good. I just really need to get on the ball and, just edit. I think when I get like one little minor problem that happens, then it's sort of like everything just falls apart. And, the last, not the last one, but the one before that, the Mary Farm, the microphone that I had on my camera, I just had it set wrong. So like you really couldn't see much of anything. And it was just really, really bad, come on. All right. 'Cause like, it's just I thought I had it on a setting to where like the voice would come out more. Instead, it was just like the background noise came out more. So it would be something like you'd use for like concerts or something like that. But if you need to hone in on or focus on the your voice, then you do the other setting, and it just came out bad. So here I am trying to do a review in the noisy room, and the mic was picking up everybody, and then I'm way off in the background, and it's sort of hard to try to get pull out my voice out of there because it's just hidden by everything else. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can fix it. And honestly, there might not even be a fix for that. I think it's just toast. So I don't know what I'm going to do on it. I'll have to figure something out and then try to, release it before the end of the year and before Mary Farm's over. So I might start working on that. But I just want to let you guys know where I'm at. I haven't released anything. I think, was it the last thing I released? Was it the last day of Not Scary Farm? I think so. It's so long I can't even remember, because then after that was Mary Farm, and yeah, I haven't released any of the Mary Farm stuff yet. I have it. I do want to work on a montage of stuff for the end of the year to kind of get that out of the way, and a couple Not Scary Farm stuff, simple stuff, get out really quick. But I really do need to get the Mary Farm stuff out before everything's over. But I just, like I said, I just wind up watching everybody else's videos. So, and then just I don't know. I just been, okay, we'll say it, I've just been lazy. I'm not gonna lie about that. And it's just like I get home from work, I just don't feel like doing anything. And then like I do have all these plans to try to do things over the weekend, and it just doesn't happen. So it's just all up in here. And I get the feeling that I'm not the only one. Some of the people I hang out with, they just lost motivation. I really think that haunt season really just took it out of them, because they were going hardcore getting all that footage and all that stuff. And man, I mean, they did a great job, but I think they just like went all out, and then they just got burnt out. So we're all, I guess, trying to take a break here and there. But me, I just have no excuses. I do have footage, I just have to process the footage. So I just don't know why I have a block on that, and like why I'm just not editing, putting it out and stuff like that, because I have a bunch of stuff that I gotta release. And then my dogs are going crazy, so you're probably hearing them more than me right now. Crazy dogs. But yeah, that's basically what's happening. It's just I haven't really been editing the footage that I film. And it's like when one problem hits, I just sit there and I'm like, the whole thing's ruined. That's like how I act, like a little prima donna that That's because one thing happens, the end of the world's gone. But it's not really. I can pivot, and I can figure out things. But sometimes I just kind of just linger on. What can I do? Blah blah blah. I want to prove I was there. Like the opening day of Knott's Merry Farm. I was there. I got invited by SoCal Tall Guy to do the little food preview and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to prove I was there reviewing the food and stuff like that. You just can't hear me. So I might just put it like in my introduction and stuff like that, or if I can pull out some good footage, then I'll just do that and just not even have that segment in there, and then just move on from there. I know it won't make sense, but unfortunately when the footage is just no good, it's really hard for me to put stuff out like that. So I know the Crash Zero just tells me, just do it, just put it out there. I mean, he's right, but then again, it's also like I'm trying to get the best quality that I can, and when I can't do the best quality, it just affects me that I'm cheating you guys and trying to watch my videos just for views and clicks. I want to be more than just that, more than just views and clicks. I want to give you guys a quality product, and it's just not there. I'm like, that's why sometimes I just don't release stuff, because I don't think the quality of the product is there. But it's there. I just have to like get that clay out and mold it into something. Even though it may not be what I planned, I can still mold it into something. And then but I just have that block to like, it's like, oh man, what am I going to do? I'm thinking two-dimensionally instead of like, trying to think outside of the box. And that's the part that's stopping me. So I really need to just take care of that, get that out of the way, and, just get my ass in gear. That's it. And by the way, I'm recording this on a DJI Osmo Action 6. And I'm doing their form of open gate. So I'm trying to keep everything lined up where I'm in the middle, and that way I can either do vertical or horizontal. So I'm kind of interested in how this is going to come out, because maybe there would be some days when I just don't feel like taking my big rig out, and I might just take this with the microphone and it should be fine. This thing can you can hook up some wireless earbuds, but for some reason it won't do the ones I want. I think it can only do Apple stuff. Why is it always Apple, you guys? Come on. There's other product out there, but I'm not the one to make these decisions. So I think Moondrop wireless headphones are probably superior to like anything else so far. I haven't run into anything yet, because they're like reference monitors, and all you have to do is put in the right size earpieces, and then you get the bass, you get the sound out of it. I mean, for $28, you just can't beat that price to how they sound. I don't know how they do it, but they do, and it's kind of cool, when you put them on and you get like the connected sound on there. It sounds like a little Japanese girl. Connected. It cracks me up every time. But yeah, no, I just have to get past my shortcomings, and just once I film, go ahead and edit it, then release, and then just get that flow back, because I used to do that. And I guess I'm just making an excuse when I go to work, because I got odd hours. I go in at 10 o'clock and I get off at 6:30, and then when I get home it's like about maybe 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, kind of waiting for dinner. And then after that, after I eat dinner, I feel like I'm done for the night. And it's just it's just that pattern. Just got to break out of it. Just come home, keep myself busy until dinner comes, and then go ahead and edit the videos and stuff like that. And then the only time I can really record anything is on the weekends anyway. So there is that. If you keep seeing my hand go up towards the camera all the time, it's because like the screen up front keeps going off. I have to set that to stay on while it records. So I tap on it so I can make sure that I'm within frame. So, but yeah. that's it. Those are the updates. I mean, I do have a lot of footage from, like, going to the LA County Fair, going to, I think I released Lunar New Year, but I didn't release Food and Wine because of footage. I had the wrong setting on the camera, and a lot of the prime food footage that I had was all dark, and I can't recover it. I didn't think that would make a difference. And I kept wondering, oh, why is it dark? And I'm like, I can fix it in post. And no, I can't. Once you crush those shadows, you can't fix it. It gets super noisy. And I know AI could probably fix it, but I want to get it right the first time. I don't want to always have to count on, AI to like bail my ass out, it's one of those things. I want to know what I'm doing and get the framing and the settings right on the first try, and then that way there's less time processing in post. That's what I'm looking at. But it is what it is, guys. But I just want to get past it to where I can just go ahead, film, come home, process all the footage, and then go ahead and edit it and then put it out there, and just do the best I can for you guys, and try to improve with every video that I do. Is just try to improve, whether it's the picture quality, the sound, the content, the story, all of it, just to nail it down. And I don't even want to say that's where I'm going to stop, because everything's always ever changing, and I don't want to stop changing. I want to keep evolving. I want to keep growing. I want to keep improving. And I think that's why I get this mental block, because I put so much pressure to try to do better and be better instead of just putting it out there. But that's a conundrum. What do? You want to put the best thing out, but if you feel you're putting out crap, how do you get past that? So there we go. But it is what it is, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and improve myself. I'm going to try to make it to where I go out more often, go to different places, more places other than just amusement parks, maybe do some food reviews here and there to places I'm interested in. I haven't visited a lot of the coffee shops. I don't know if you guys are interested in stuff like that, or you just want to see theme parks, amusement parks, fairs, anything like that. I am going to try to do more conventions, do those, and because those are a lot of fun when you get the cosplayers. Those are fun, seeing the different people and how they dress and their favorite characters, all the different imagination that is out there. I mean, it's great, and that communities, they're fun. But yeah, I want to do more in 2026 and get everything going, working, showing you guys, go to more conventions, and then it just leads to more and more and more and more. And I will limit myself, and I'm not going to try to burn myself out, but I want to do more. So each weekend I want to do something, and then explore new places and stuff like that. Like, I still got to go to Universal Studios. I still got to go around, Six Flags, Magic Mountain. I still got to do some of those places. I've got passes and stuff, but I actually need to go and visit those places instead of wasting money. So anyway, guys, I don't want this to drag out, because then it gets boring. You guys just like click off after the first 2 minutes, because it's just not interesting anymore. But if you did, get this far, if you can go ahead and leave a comment down below and put 2026 there, so that'll be the pinnacle year that we try to get more videos out there, more interesting stuff, different stuff. I'll try to find as many things as I can that's out there that I can go film, maybe even do some festival swap meets, and maybe I'll go visit Vince the Hat Man in Dana Point, because he's usually out there doing it's not a festival, like a swap meet type, and he goes out there and he sells hats. So if you do happen to see this and you happen to see him on a weekend out there, just say Wicked Journey sent you out there, and just tell him I said hi. So All right, guys, that about does it for me today. And I will do better. I will improve. I will get those videos out in all different ways and fashions. And, you know, we'll be a little bit more productive this year than we were last year. So, all right, guys, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, if you made it this far, just put down in the comments below 2026. You don't win anything, but at least it lets me know that you guys were interested in what I had to say and stuff like that. And if I don't see 2026 on there, that means you probably didn't get past the first 30 seconds. That's okay. I just have to change up my format. All right, guys, you take care. I love you all. Have a good night.